What's happening? Donnie Baker here with you. Good to see you. Welcome back. Hey, listen, we've been talking about systems, okay, the past few weeks. And then last week, we kind of touched on Traft, which is our online booking system. If you want a deep dive on that, got that down in my Skool community. It's free. I'll leave a link in the description. What I want to talk to you today about is Trello. Trello is one of these misunderstood tools that we can use as audio engineers, music producers, studio owners, mixing engineers, mastering engineers. Look, if your mix revisions live in a text message and a DM, bro, you're creating chaos. That's exactly what it is. It's I mean, how many times have you had the client go, oh, for some reason, man, I can't download it from your Google Drive because you forgot to give permission. You know what I mean? Or they say, hey, I don't use Dropbox, bro, so don't send me a Dropbox link, but that's all you use. Or you're in emails, right? And your emails, for some reason, you've used a certain keyword in the subject that sends it straight to a spam folder. So they never even saw it. They didn't even know that you sent them the third revision or the fifth revision of their song. So what I want to talk to you today about is Trello. Man, Trello is pretty cool. The way that you can set things up and the way that you can get things moving. Now, there is a free version, but I don't think you can do what I'm about to talk to you about, but it's not secure. So pretty much anybody can see the song and hear the song. In order to get the security where it's just you and your client talking about the song, you got to pay a little bit. Dude, I think it's $119 a year. Not that much money when you think about what it is that you're getting for it, okay? I'm gonna share with you how I use it. And because clean communication between you and your client is key, and it makes you look way more professional, bro. I've got like clients that I've done this with, and they're like, holy crap, bro, this is awesome. It's just me and you, and we're talking about the song, and it's pretty much in real time. Because the guy, he get it on his phone, man. He can have it as a mobile, right? So you send him a link, ding, he gets a little. You send him a mix to listen to. Say, hey, check out this mix, bro. Revision number 2, right? So you send it to him, ding, he gets a notice. He's like, oh shit, I got a thing. Let me check it. He listens to the mix right there. Right, and then right there, he can leave notes. Yeah, bro, the bass still needs to come down. It's a little bit too much. So you immediately are on to the next note, right? So, bro, I mean, this really keeps the email threads to a minimum. It keeps track of all these messages and all the notes and dude, it keeps track of. I'm gonna show you. It keeps track of, like, there's one song where I took pictures of because we're a fully analog front end, okay? So yeah, we do use an Apollo, and we can save that, and we do sometimes. But bro, I mean, I got mics plugged into an external preamp, right? And it's analog, so there's no recall. So I got to take pictures. Dude, I could put the pictures right in my Trello board. So if I ever have to come back, you know, and have the exact settings, I got them right there, man. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to share with you how I use it, and then if you do have any questions, now I can't really give you. I can send you, or I tell you what, I'm gonna put it in Skool. I'm gonna put it in the free download section. I'll put a thing where it's kind of a general idea of cards you should use in your Trello board. Let me take you over to Trello and share with you what it actually looks like. All right, so this is the main site where you go when you type in Trello.com. This is where you go. Now this is going to show you pricing and signing up and everything you need for that. You know what I mean? So look at the pricing though. I mean, dude, it's free to start. Then it's $5 a month for the standard, but you kind of, if you want to use it the way I use it, because it's got this thing called observers, and what observers can do is exactly what it sounds like. They can only observe. They can reply to notes, but they can't create notes. Okay, so yeah, look, it's $10 a month, man. It's literally $100 a year. I think it's $119 a year and some change. But bro, I'm serious that when I say that this is probably one of the greatest tools ever that we use. So let me take you over and show you exactly what my Trello board looks like. This is an actual Trello board for a client. We are finished with this project. This project is done. It's already been It's already been released. You can see that all these songs are there's nothing really in it. But there was a couple of songs that we never finished, or we didn't finish working on, so they're still in their tabs. Okay, so we have a pre-production status. So we got a song called We're Going In, which is in pre-production. We got another song called Uh-Oh, which is in pre-production. Okay, once we get the pre-production done, we can move it over to getting ready for drums. And dude, it's literally as simple as dragging and dropping into the next section. I kind of think of this as like sticky notes. You know, you put sticky notes on the fridge, and when you get done with a project, you move it over to another section of it. This is one of the cool parts that I'm thinking that I wanted to share with you. These are versions of the songs. I've got a scratch, I got a scratch guitar, but this is the cool part, man. I can take pictures of my, like we used a Neve 1073. Okay, with an EQ, and I do have the EQ on, so I can take pictures of it and put it in there. Okay, and then this is my compressor settings that I had on this. We used an 1176 on this one, and so this is really important to be able to have access to that. So again, once we move these along the path, they go to, after we get ready for drums. Getting ready for drums is what I call we're making sure the arrangements are correct. Pre-production is just simply probably scratch guitar and vocals. Okay, and then we move it over to ready for drums, and this is where we're going to do the arranging and making sure the tempos are correct. You can see I've got tempos, the BPM is 96 on this one, and so it's a matter of making sure that, okay, let's have an intro, a verse, a chorus, a break, a bridge, whatever. This is the arrangement. So then we give access to the song to the drummer. Okay, and we basically, to give access to somebody, you just click over here and go share, put in their email address, and now you're sharing with that client. I'm gonna alert the drummer and let him know that, hey, you've got access to these songs. They're in the tab called Ready for Drums. So when you get those ready, let me know. We'll bring you in and we'll record the drums. So we're gonna record the drums here. Next, after we record the drums, we're gonna move this song over to ready. We're gonna do a rough mix for the bass player. Now this includes the drums. Okay, so in this tab, we've done all the drum work, which means we've recorded the drums, we've edited the drums, we kind of mixed the drums a little bit. Then we run it over to this tab, which is the rough mix for bass. So once we get the rough mix with the drums ready for bass, then we move it over to waiting for bass, because we had to send the files to the bass player. Now this guy works, we send him the files via WeTransfer. He brings it into his own DAW, records the bass, and then sends it back via WeTransfer. Next, we have waiting for ready for guitar. So this is the ready for guitar overdubs. So we put scratch guitar on the pre-production, right? And then we're gonna do the real guitars after we get the drums and bass together. Then we're gonna be ready for real guitars. Okay, so we do the guitar overdubs, right? Then we bring the song over here ready for leads. So now we're gonna record solo guitars. Then we're going to do a rough mix, get ready for vocals. Then we're going to record the vocals, and it goes on and on and on all the way through. We do after the vocals, we do a rough mix, then we do a final tweak, then we do waiting. I'm waiting for approval from the client. Now this is where the client can give me approval, and then I can send the songs off to mastering. So all these songs have already gone off to mastering, but you can see that these songs, these are all the revisions. When they go off to mastering, so as you can see down here, I've got a checklist. So I've set up an automation that when I pull a song for waiting for after it gets approved, I pull it into here, it automatically sets up this checklist. So I have to create a folder inside the off to master folder. Then I have to do a full mix, an a cappella mix, a full instrumental with no solo guitar, a TV track, and a TV track with no vocals or solo guitar. So these, because all these versions of the song have to be mastered at the same time. I can give access to the mastering engineer, and he can come in here and just download these. You just click the dots and download. I'm gonna send these as an MP3 as a reference for the mastering engineer, and then I'm also gonna send him a WeTransfer of each 2-track. When they come back from mastering, they come into this tab, which is done and ready for release. After they get released, they go into the archive track. Now these have already been double archived back to an old hard drive, because this project was actually 2025. So we finished this in September of 2025. So these have actually been archived down to another hard drive and put away in the safe. And we can talk about those kind of things on another show. Basically to make sure that you keep a backup, even after even after you're done. Make sure that your client gets a backup, you get a backup, and then you keep a backup and put it somewhere outside of your studio. Bring it home with you. Don't leave it in the car. Maybe, if you have a safe, it's probably the best place to put it, because then it's fireproofed and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I have gone back 6 years and pulled files from an album I did 6 years ago. And yes, I charged the client for actually having access to the files 6 years after the project was done. That does happen. That does come up. So what I want you to do, and what I really like for you to do, is go check out Trello. Check it there. Like I said, man, there's a free version. Go sign up. Go play with it. Make some boards, dude. You can do this. You can use this for other parts of your life. It doesn't just have to be this. I use it for like relaxation or whatever. You know what I mean? I use it for like daily to-do lists and things like that. So yeah, Trello is kind of it seems really simple, but it's really powerful. I mean, because I use a upper tier, I can actually send it to my calendar. My calendars sync on it. Reminders from the calendar sync to Trello, and reminders from Trello sync to my calendar. So if I've got something that I've got to do and I've got to remember to do it, I send it to my calendar. Now it's on my calendar. I get an alert. I can tell it to give me an alert an hour before, that kind of stuff. So go check out Trello. I am going to leave a PDF in the downloads, the free downloads in my community. So I will leave a link to my Skool community down there, right down there. Hey, while you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know if these are helpful, man. Let me know if these are coming across and being helpful for you, because, I don't know. You guys don't, not a lot of you tell me, oh, that was great. Or no, you suck, bro. Don't do that ever again. So whatever, man. If you want to just leave me a comment, that'd be great. Please go check out the Skool community. It's free. And there's a bunch of free downloads. There's a bunch of free access to free stuff. That's it's only there to help you build and grow and scale your business in the audio world. So I'd really love to see you quit your day job and just do this full time, bro. Come on, come hang out with me, man. And plus, the community's a lot of fun. I mean, we have a weekly meeting where we just kind of hang out. It's called Control Room Confessions, because it sounded fun. Sounded like something your grandma would watch, like a story or something. You know what I mean? So, but no, it's just a lot of fun, man. We hang out, we have a good time. There's a lot of people in there. There's upwards of 100 people that we hang out and we chat. We talk about cool stuff like, which microphone do you like, or whatever. You know what I mean? No, it's just fun. So hey, you know what else, man? Is I'll leave a link to another video right here that can help you grow, scale, and build your business. All right, we'll see you next time. Donnie Baker, I'm out.